Welcome to my Sitecore Diaries, your ultimate guide to digital experience excellence, your go-to channel for all the things in Sitecore and .NET. I'm your host Jitendra Ganekar. I'm an Sitecore Technology MVP 2024. So this is the video from Sitecore XM Cloud, and today we are going to see what are the components in XM Cloud. So let's jump into the presentation mode and we will see what are components in XM Cloud. So what we are going to see in this video, we will see what are the different types of components in XM Cloud. Then we will see what is component builder in XM Cloud. There is a terminology, or there is a concept called bring your own component, BYOC. So we will see what is that. And then at the end we will see anatomy of the component. So let's start with the type of components. First of all, the Sitecore components. Designer can create components in XM Cloud components and stage them for use in XM Cloud pages. So Sitecore components are something where the designers can create their own component in XM Cloud, and that can be staged to use in the XM Cloud pages. So different pages you can utilize those components. Then we have SXA component. So developers can build components in the content editor and save them in the content tree under the components to be available for use in XM Cloud pages. So the developers can create SXA component and save that in the content editor, okay, and then that component can be available in the XM Cloud pages to utilize on the multiple pages. And this is something new concept, that is bring your own component, BYOC. So developers can bring their own code by referring an external code base that includes the component. So basically BYOC is you are getting the external code within the Sitecore. So you might have a React component built, so you can get that React component in the Sitecore itself. So that is BYOC, that is bring your own components. Then we have forms. So designer can create forms in XM Cloud Forms and to easily send data to third-party application without capturing user data. So the forms can be created, the XM Cloud Forms can be created. So the forms are also one type of components. So remember now, all components are available in XM Cloud pages where you can easily drag them components onto a web page layout. So all components which are available in XM Cloud pages, you can easily drag and drop them on your designer and you can utilize it. So these are the types of components. Let us see now what is component builder. Component builder is a powerful tool that lets you create new components or modify imported components using a intuitive what you see is what you get builder. So in XM Cloud, if you want to build a components, you can utilize the component builder. It's a UI where you can create your component, where it is a editor where whatever you build, you can see that. Okay, so it's a powerful tool where you can utilize all the features of all the components, all the tools available in the component builder to build the new component. You can create a component from scratch or import an existing component in the builder to build and style it further. So you can start from zero, you can start from the scratch, or you can get another component, the existing component, and you can build on that. On top of that, you might change some style and the way it is presented. So that way you can do it. So it's another way of doing it. So component builder allows you to build a component from scratch, as well as you can build it from the existing component. You can map a dynamic data to your component or create a responsive component that will render differently for a different device type. So it is not like that you can only create a static component. You can create a component which can get a dynamic data. Also, you can create a component which is responsive. So depending on your device type, it can change the way you are presenting it. All components and their versions are organized in collection in the components library. So whatever component which you are going to create, those will be organized in the components library. Styles library comes with out-of-box predefined basic styles, and you are expected to build upon those to create themes that will define your brand in all the components you build for your website. So style sheet, these out-of-box predefined basic styles are available, and on utilizing that you can build your brand styling for all your components. If you want to access the component builder, then you can go from XM Cloud dashboard. Then you will have a components, and then you can add components. You will go to the component builder. Use the breakpoint settings tool to specify device type to be used for each version. So so breakpoint settings is available, which can help you to build your responsive component. So depending on your device type, you can specify which version should be available to that device type. When your component is ready, you can stage it to be used in XM Cloud pages and publish it to be available publicly on your website. So once you are ready, then you can stage it. It will be available in XM Cloud pages, and then if you publish it, it will be available on your publicly on your website also. So this is what the component builder. Now let's see very critical for feature or a functionality provided by XM Cloud, that is bring your own component, BYOC. So bring your React code or a web component into XM Cloud by registering or scaffolding it. So you can register or scaffold your React code or web component in the XM Cloud, and you can utilize that directly. Now you can register manually. The components are in separate BYOC folder in your JSS Next.js application. So there you can register it. Scaffolding, the components are part of the component folder in your JSS Next application alongside XXA component. So along with the XXA component, you can have the your components there. So you can utilize your own component which is built somewhere else. You can utilize that in the site code. How to bring your own component? First thing is add the register component method to your code. Then import the component, register the rendering host. If you want to do a troubleshooting, the registering an external React component, download the plugin file in your application in the source in the path src lib next config plugin folder and redeploy your application. So there is how you can do it. I know it's a very high level. I'm telling you. Bring your own component, how the logic I'm telling you how it works, but I know you might want to see a demo of this. I will try to have a demo. So let's see anatomy of component, or you can say a few terminologies of component which is used in XM Cloud. First of all, when you say a component, there are different types of component. First is a static component. So every instance of that component are exactly the same. So wherever you use that component, it will have the same same look and feel, same content. So that is static component. You have a dynamic component. The component instance rendered dynamically dynamic content served from one or more external data sources. So you can have different data sources, and it will just display differently. The different content will get displayed. So that is dynamic component. And then you have a responsive component. The responsive components are designed to adapt to device type and screen width. So depending on your devices, it will change its look and feel. So it's called as the responsive component. Then there is something called canvas. So what is canvas? The canvas is the area of a component where all containers and elements are located. So that is canvas. Then you have a section, the foundational element of a component. Each section has a grid system where the containers are drawn. So section is a basic element of your component, the foundational element of the component, and each section has a grid system, okay, where the containers are drawn. So where the containers you can create. A grid is a system of rectangular shapes that let you organize quickly and accurately the layout of your component. So it will have a grid on your screen so that you can quickly organize your component, the UI of your component. So how it should look like, that you can build. So that is your grid. Container is basically a placeholder for elements. So containers can overlap each other if needed. Elements, the building block of a web design. So a placeholder for element is called a container, and the building block of web design called as an element. Versions are used to create a responsive component, so you can have multiple versions for multiple devices. Breakpoints, U-ports width is a pin pixel that commonly includes certain device types. So breakpoint is basically used for a responsive design, so it actually defines your device type. Alright, we are done for today. Today we have seen components in XM Cloud. This is an overview of XM Cloud components. If you like the video, please click on the like button. Do share this video with your friends and colleagues. If till now, if you are not subscribed to the channel, do subscribe to the channel and click on notification bell, and do provide your comments, your feedbacks via the comment section. Thank you. Thanks for watching.